points in double figures, that's got to make you happy.
Yeah, and I think, 22 assists on 33 baskets. I thought Pemsel, in light of the fact that TC and Luka were both in foul trouble, I thought Pemsel was spectacular. Bear was really good, but he kept getting tired. I thought Jack Nungy, we keep talking about him and how he just keeps getting better and just keeps grinding. He was terrific tonight. And it's great to see Isaiah Moss be aggressive. We're a different team when he plays that way.
It was a near perfect second half for you guys. I mean, what did you like the best about what you guys did there?
I thought our activity in the zone was good. We gave up some offensive rebounds, which is obviously not what you want, but Murphy's pretty good at going to get it. And he's as good a rebounder as there is in the country. And they go off the dribble, quick team. But I thought if we ran, we executed some set plays, we executed our motion, we moved it, and I thought our shot selection was pretty good. Got hung up at the end of the shot clock a few times, but when we did miss it a couple and they cut it to 4, we were back and got a few. That's what you got to do. If you're missing some shots in a stretch and they're making a run, you got to go back and get it and extend the lead. That's what we did.
Is there something about Jordan's makeup? It seems like the threes he hits are always big threes.
He's always done that. I just think for him, he just has supreme confidence in his ability to make that shot. So sort of the situation is sort of irrelevant to him, and that's what you want. And he knows he has. I have the confidence in him to just he can pull whenever he wants. Like in the first half we're up 5-0 or whatever. He pulls on the break. 1-on-4. I don't have a problem with that.
How important was it for Tyler had good success early against Murphy, and then I thought Cordell really kept that pressure on him with the hot line. He
did. You're right, and they're different players. So if you're Murphy, you're trying to okay, I'm guarding Cook. He's going to do this, and this, and Cordell does other things. But they're both equally gifted at scoring the ball, and he also had 3 fouls, so that's why we were going at him.
Are you getting more comfortable with Daly at point and Jordan playing some off the ball? Seems like you're doing that more.
Well, Jordan played 38 tonight, so I didn't do it that much. I'm comfortable, Pat, I am. But what I tried to do tonight is get Daly some minutes at the 2-guard position so he can go score the ball a little bit more. When I put him at the point, he was too interested in being solid. I said, you stopped being who you are. Like, you can drive, you can shoot, you got a great 3-point stroke, you can make plays for other people. Yeah, that's what you need to do. And the same thing happened to Brady. When I put Brady at the point early in the year, he stopped doing what Brady does. And that's why I moved him back to the 2. So I'm trying to get Macy some minutes at the 2 so he gets more comfortable as a scorer and gets more involved, and then I can play him at the 1.
You kind of touched on this earlier, but with both Moss and Daly, when they are playing at a high level, your offense looks so much different because your spacing's different, your motion's different, and of course they're making shots.
Yeah, when Isaiah's cooking, he's making threes. He's got a pull-up game. He can get to the rim. I thought when he curled the one time and pitched it to the rim and TC dunked it, I thought that was, that's kind of how we want to play, and that's kind of how we want to use him. So I thought for him in particular, he gets his second foul, a little bit of frustration. He sat for a long time. The way he came back in the second half and played so well, I thought that was really important for him and also for our team.
What'd you tell him right there?
Get 400.
What did I tell him?
Yeah, I saw you talk to him.
I just said, what are you doing? And he said, he didn't really have much of an answer. I said, all right. So behind you, let's get ready for the second half. I was thinking about actually putting him back in a little bit, and I've been doing that a little bit more, putting guys in with 2 in the first half than I typically do. But I left him there.
What about getting to 400 as head coach?
All it does for me is remind me of the great players I've coached, the great athletic directors I had. I've been pretty fortunate to work for some very special people, and I've had some really good players. You don't get 400 wins being a great coach. You get 400 wins when you have great players who are committed to one another and committed to being great and put the time in the off season and have the kind of character that you want. And so I've been blessed because, I mean, it's literally, whether I've been at Lehigh, UNCG, Siena, or Iowa, I have loved going to work every day because I've had great people. I've never had issues and knuckleheads that just make it difficult. Nothing but distractions. It's, we grind and we get better. And if we lose, we go back to work. If we win, we go back to work. And that's kind of how we've always done it. So, I always find it interesting to say, Fran McCaffery has 400 wins. I don't have any wins. Iowa's got a bunch of wins. Siena's got a bunch of wins. Our team won a lot of games. And the important thing is, I think, that the players receive the credit for that.
You talk a lot about being connected. You sure looked connected out there today. What could you attribute that to? Is it any one thing that made you guys so?
Well, we definitely were. We were and have been connected on offense. We scored 94, and we shared it. We were better defensively, but I think we need to be even better than we were tonight. We got a little bit out of the press. We got a little bit out of the zone. Our man was really good early. Sometimes you get a little foul trouble. You want to go zone and get out of the man. Our ball screen defense was a little bit better, but there's still some areas that need improvement so that we can be better connected. But you're right, we were better than we've been.
What have you seen out of Jordan maybe the last 4 or 5 games to raise it go to even higher level than he was playing at earlier in the season?
Well, earlier in the season, he was a little banged up, and I wasn't riding him as much as I'm riding him now. He played 40 on Saturday, he played 38 tonight. I think most of the time guys prefer that. That's not easy. So I've been real careful with him in practice, how we use him. I just think, he's playing at a high level, he's healthy, he's feeling good about himself. He knows I believe in him and I keep playing him. So I'm not surprised.
The three-point shooting obviously hasn't really been there as much for everyone outside of Jordan these last few weeks. What happened tonight that sparked it?
Well, Isaiah's a really good three-point shooter. He made a couple. That's important. Jack's a really good three-point shooter. He made a couple. That's what we envisioned, with this team. Nicholas Bear, I think, is a real good three-point shooter. He's not made as many, but he made a couple, so that's good. You're right. It can't just be J-Bo and then pound it inside, because then we become easier to guard. So when we're mixing our threes and our post-ups, because we've got multiple guys that can post up, and Luka can also make the perimeter shot. So I think we've got enough weapons.
What can you see for the next 7 games and then beyond that?
Well, all I'm thinking about, all I really see, Mike, is, okay, we were better tonight than we were on Saturday. That's obvious. All right, so that means we had some maturity. Get back on the plane and go to work on Sunday, go to work on Monday. I thought we had some maturity. All right, now we have to go play a team who beat us already, who's playing really well, who's really talented, really tough to play in their place. Let's see if we can go and do that on the road. That would be a big step for us to play better than we've been playing before on the road against a really good team. And then, dissect that game and then move forward from there. And, so you're trying to get better collectively, but you're trying to get individuals better. So if you look at our individual performances tonight, a lot of guys, stepped up and we're really good and we're better than they've been. And that's where we need to go for these next 7 games.
Take one more if you got it. Nope.
Okay.
Players.